Okay, we're running. Okay, now basically, okay, it is penguin, not panda, and spammy links, right?
Correct.
Okay, so you're looking, let's see.
Why don't you start with?
Yeah.
I'm here in class. I'm with Bruce Clay.
No, because the first 8 seconds are for Google and to hold the person. I come to that afterwards, you know.
Okay.
Let's see. So you think you've been hit by Panda because of spammy links. And
Penguin.
you're one, I'm sorry?
Penguin.
Thank you. So you think you've been hit by Penguin because of spammy links. And what can you do about it? Well, I've got Bruce Clay here, who is arguably the absolute best SEO person in the world, to give his opinion. Bruce, if somebody's been hit by Panda, give me your thoughts on it.
Okay, so this has been going on for a very, very long time. Penguin, which is the penalty for links, was released at about the same time as Panda, which is the penalty for content. The link area, there has been a lot of press on. I mean, this started in March of 2012, and Google announced that when they do these penalties, it doesn't matter what else you do, right? I mean, the penalty is sort of like a manual demotion. Most of the demotions were 5 pages. So if you were on page 1, you're on page 4 to 5. Most of them were for your top keywords, but not all keywords, because Google didn't want to put companies out of business. They just wanted them to pay a price and, hey, pay attention to this. We've been telling you for 14 years not to spam us. If you were spamming us, buying links, blog posts, spinning articles, there's a whole list of things that Google has been doing, and saying, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this. If you've been doing that, the very first thing that Google does is they just manually suppress you. That means I could be doing SEO 24 hours a day, full time, focused on improving the website, and it will never see light of day in Google. Google manually keeps you from getting traffic by just suppressing you. Now, there's been a lot of articles about it. If you search for Google Penguin penalty, Wikipedia comes up at the very top, which is a factual analysis of it. There's companies, myself, others, that have been doing penalty repair since it first started, because the very first time it happened, companies went out of business. I mean, seriously, you lose 80% of your traffic, you're knocked down. Some spammers were identified. BMW got hit with spam. Overstock. They had to fire 60% of their company because they got hit with a link spam penalty by Google. I mean, this is major, major companies. JCPenney got hit. Another one that got hit was eBay. These are things that are massive companies where the size of the company had nothing to do with it. These are companies that had ranking. These were companies that had good websites, that had suitable expertise, that had ranking. And as soon as Google came in and saw them, page 5. Period. And there was nothing you could do to get it back.
Wow, wow. So what I hear you saying is, no matter what else you're doing on your website, if you think you've been hit by Penguin, you need to attack that first before you attack anything else, correct?
Correct. I mean, yes, if you have a penalty, doesn't matter what else you do, you're never going to get out of the cellar until you fix the penalty. And from an SEO point of view, the hard part of it is, when I am making a change, I need to see the impact of the change. I can't even see that impact. I am flying blind because of a manual suppression of my rankings. I need to get that done so that when I make a change, I can see the impact.
Let me ask a Colin's follow-up question on that. Can a business owner expect that they would reasonably come back to where they were before that those spammy links were put back in, wherever they were at that point?
Well, before they started spamming in the first place. So if I was on page 3, and then I spammed and went to page 1, I could be floating around happy to be on page 1. When I get hit with the penalty, I'm on page 5. Now what I have to do, logically, is remove the spam. Often, I will come back to page 3, but if I'm going to do SEO correctly thereafter, I can actually start seeing it come back to page 3 and then continue to page 1. I can overcome the penalty. John Mueller from Google just recently did a hangout, and as one of the questions was, if I had a penalty and I was able to overcome the penalty and totally remove the penalty, am I going to be paying a long-term impact for having gotten the penalty in the first place? And his response was, Google at this time does not do that. They consider you to have repented, and while it may take a while for them to see all the things that you have changed, those will not have a lingering effect once Google totally sees you fixed it.
Thank you so much for your time. I know you're
Thank
busy.
you.
Let you go. Thank you so much.
Okay, bye.
Tim, this is especially for you.